Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Philly.
Halo's got this weekend series against the Astros off on a good note. They picked up the victory last night in game number 1. Tonight it is game 2 as the Angels try to make up ground in the American League West. With the win last night, the Angels are now 4.5 back in the West. Texas won last night, so the Angels remain 3 back in the wild card. As we welcome you inside the Big A and back to Angels baseball on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza, I'm Victor Rojas. And last night, a tough task. Dallas Keuchel was on the mound, perhaps the guy that's going to be the American League Cy Young Award winner. And Cole Calhoun last night with 2 very big hits. And that says something, because Keuchel doesn't give up many hits to lefties.
No, 153 batting average against left-handed batters. And take a look at our AT&T U-verse rewind. You're going to see a absolutely perfect swing. Worked the count full. Got a fastball from Keuchel. Didn't try to pull that baseball. Stayed back on it. Hits that ball hard to left field, driving in 2 runs. Level swing. Eyes were quiet on there, and a drive the other way, and the enthusiasm and the energy that he brings, and what he's done in the entire month of September. Batting average over 400 with 3 home runs, 8 RBI, including home runs against Greinke and Kershaw amongst those 3.
Well, tonight, Mike Scioscia hands the ball off to Hector Santiago. Hector's thrown the ball well against Houston. He's coming off an interesting start in that he picked up the W, but command was somewhat of an issue.
Effectively wild. Take a look at our tools of the trade brought to you by Ram Trucks. When he throws the ball well, he has that deceptive fastball, and he's thrown the ball well twice this season against the Astros, going 12 1/3, only 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run. He's been able to get the fastball in because this is a club that hits the fastball. He made him aware of the off-speed, especially his changeup and slider. Throws a lot more sliders to lefties, a lot more changeups to righties. This should be an interesting matchup between him and McCullers tonight.
Astros will send out the right-hander youngster Lance McCullers Jr. We're just about ready for baseball at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return.
Angels baseball is brought to you by CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax, start here. By Jack in the Box. For a limited time, try the new Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack with melted garlic herb butter. By Keck Medicine of USC, beyond exceptional medicine. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
series against the Houston Astros, and Hector Santiago not wasting any time. He's already started his warm-up pitches, so we will take a look at the Astros starting lineup as presented by their first-year skipper, A.J. Hinch. Astros leading the West at 76 and 65. We'll have Springer, Altuve, and Correa in the top third of the order. Gomez, the cleanup hitter, at center. Lowry at third base. Evan Gattis with a lefty on the mound will start at DH tonight. Marwin Gonzalez at first. Hank Conger behind the plate. Jake Marisnick gets the start in left field as they take on Hector Santiago, pitching in his 29th game, 28th start of the season, 8-9 and a 3.24 ERA.
You can see him making those pitching lanes to make sure he lands right in that proper spot. Last game out, even though he had some walks, he was more consistent, especially with his velocity. My go-tos for Hector to be successful, his fastball, 61% cut fastball, so 72% of his pitches are fastballs. Going to need that changeup, especially against some right-handed batters. Slider effective against lefties, and a pretty good curveball too.
Let's take a look at the defense. We will take a look at the defense. Here it is right now. Murphy, Trout, Calhoun in the outfield, left to right. Freeze, Ibar, Featherston, Crone from third to first. Perez behind the plate. As the first one tonight is a fastball upstairs. Hector Santiago, he wants to get this game going.
Yeah, he does. He's got so much energy. Every time you see him walking around, he's got that energy, taking it to the mound right now.
Two balls and no strikes. Springer last night went 1 for 3 with a single. Right fielder hitting .257 with 13 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Fouled back, big rip by Springer. 2-1. Mentioned that start for Santiago in his last time out. 6 innings, allowed 1 hit, had 3 strikeouts and 6 walks. Picked up the victory. No runs allowed. Springer pulls this one toward short, backhanded by Ibar. And there's the first out of the game.
That's somebody with a very comfortable feeling as far as his arm strength. Be able to backhand like that, gather himself in a long throw from that shortstop position in the grass to throw out a good runner. And Springer going down first. A lot of confidence in that throwing arm.
So 1 out, nobody on, and Jose Altuve at the plate. A .310 average with 11 home runs and 57 runs batted in for the diminutive second baseman. He's 1 for 4 last night, or was 1 for 4 last night with a double in the first. Pulls this one past Freeze. First pitch swinging. He is on board as he was last night in the first.
He's a little more patient against Weaver, especially with the curveball and changeup and slider. He knows he's going to get a lot more fastballs. We talked about the percentage of fastballs thrown for Hector, 72%. He was ready to jump on that first one. Even though that was more of an all-speed pitch upstairs, he was looking fastball.
Carlos Correa, the shortstop, settles into the batter's box. With a man on 1 out, you've got to pay attention now. Altuve at first. He takes off on the first pitch. Throw down to second base on the second base side, and Altuve's got a bag. Stolen. That is his league-leading 38th of the year.
And Hector's allowed 16 stolen bases. He's going on first movement. Altuve picked the right time to go. See if he's off the base at any point, and that tag is on him. He's going to be out.
Yes, he is. Again, nice job by Taylor Featherston keeping the tag applied. He was safe getting in there, but the minute you switch the feet, we saw that the other night with Corey Seager at second base. Came off the bag, tag was applied. Should be the second out of the inning.
It's pretty clear as both feet came off the base. And that's what you're going to have to work on a lot, I think, in spring training for the base stealers. Once you make that slide, you better make sure you stay on that base. Tag is still applied, and the connection with the foot on the base no longer there. The tag is still on him. It should be an easy call. And that's what you're going to have to do as a middle infielder, even as a third baseman, just keep that tag on him all the time.
They just showed that replay on the big screen here, and that's why everyone's applauding.
The only question could be if Taylor Featherston had control of the baseball. He had, at the top of the glove, it looked like he still kept it on there.
He is out at second. So 2 outs and the base is clear.
Nice job by Taylor just keeping that tag applied, and Carlos is happy about that one.
Now we're missing low, and it's 2 balls, no strikes on Correa. Shortstop hitting .274, 17 home runs and 51 runs batted in.
See that reaction when Altuve went into the dugout, everyone shaking their head. But that's the rules now. If you keep that tag applied, before it used to be slide in, you're safe, and it's over with.
A strike on the outside corner. 3-1. Correa thought it was ball 4. Tom Hallion calling the balls and strikes. Dan Bellino at first. Bruce Streckman at second. Alfonso Marquez at third. As that one is in there for a strike. And the youngster better learn with Tom Hallion behind the plate to kind of wait till he makes that call. Full count. Three-two, and there's ball 4. Same exact pitch. And Hector issues his first walk of the night.
And Correa was looking back, thinking he might get rung up on that one.
That was you turn around and say, may I proceed on to first base, Mr. Hallion, sir?
Yes, because I know at some point we're going to see that magnificent call third strike you have.
So man on, and here's Carlos Gomez, the center fielder, homered last night. 12th overall on the season, his 4th as an Astro, playing in his 38th game tonight. Wearing that Houston uniform, 1 for 4. Big hack at it, fouls it off, and a nice play by a young fan reaching over the railing with the glove. Times call, there's a cameraman on the field. Not one of ours. A ball and a strike. Gomez coming over from the Milwaukee Brewers, along with Mike Fiers. Fiers will pitch tomorrow afternoon, wrapping up this 3-game series. Gomez is 29 years of age now. He pulls this one to third. Freeze has it. They'll go the short way, force out Correa, and the inning is over. We'll head to the bottom of the first with no score. The Angels setting up Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols.
Mike Scioscia's starting lineup for the Angels. 2 games over 500, 4.5 back of the Astros. Cole Calhoun, Mike Trout, and Albert Pujols in the top third of the order. Albert DHing once again and will more than likely DH the rest of the season. David Murphy, C.J. Cron, and Eric Ibar in the middle third. David Freese, Carlos Perez, and Taylor Featherston rounding out that starting 9 as they take on the 21-year-old Tampa, Florida native, son of a former big leaguer, Lance McCullers, getting a start tonight for Houston.
He definitely has a very good power fastball, 92, 97, a big swing and miss curveball, and solid changeups. My go-to is to be successful against McCullers, avoid those curveball counts, and use that inexperience against him. He has struggled on the road, 1-5 with an ERA over 5. He's a high-energy guy. Get him off his timing, step out, bunt on him, force him to get out of his comfortable element.
He is aggressive as they come for a youngster. As Coles takes a strike, bottom part of the zone. Calhoun hitting .271, 23 home runs, 75 runs batted, and after going 2 for 4 last night. Angels with a total of 6 hits on the evening. Fouls it back, 0-2. Dallas Keuchel ended up giving up 5 of those hits, as did Jared Weaver. Good matchup between those two, and the Angels getting 3 unearned runs in that second inning and making it hold up. A 3-2 victory. Back-to-back 3-2 wins for the Angels. Defeating the Dodgers by the same score on Wednesday. That one's upstairs for ball 1.
Weaver threw the ball very well. I thought his best stuff we've seen in a long, long time. Good velocity on his fastball. We talked today about it. Felt real good with all his pitches, all 4 very good last night.
Breaking pitch. This one's popped out to shallow left field. Maristic coming in. Correa going out. And it's Correa making the circus catch there. And almost having to keep an eye on 2 different guys coming from 2 different directions there. But he holds on to it for the first out.
Oh, what a play by Correa, the gifted young phenom for the Houston Astros. Going back on this baseball, you thought off the bat it might have a chance of falling in. There's a lot of speed around him, especially with Marisnik. He kept his eye on the baseball, able to get underneath and make an outstanding play because he's looking where Jed Lowry was and had to worry about Marisnik coming from behind him.
So bases clear and 1 out, and Trout at the plate. We'll take it side. Mike hitting .292, 34 home runs, 76 RBIs. Posted 2 last night, a couple of walks. This one's foul back.
You can see the high energy. Both these pitchers tonight, a lot of energy on the mound.
One ball, 2 strikes. He just gets it and goes. Does not waste a whole lot of time. Trout 0 for 2 against McCullers. Breaking pitch. A pretty good pitch at that.
Oh, yeah, that is a nasty pitch. It was about 36% that breaking ball. It's a very good swing and miss breaking ball. 101 punch outs in 96 2/3 coming in.
This one fouled off. He's making his 18th start of the season. I mentioned the 101 strikeouts in 96 2/3 innings. Just 80 hits allowed. 34 walks and an ERA of 3.07. 2-2 now, and that is out toward right field. This one will chase Springer back a couple of steps, so it's playable. 2 down.
Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful. No rush with Neil Peart's birthday today. A little free will. You have to instill that will of that champion, especially this middle part of the lineup against McCullers. Mentioned his numbers on the road. You need people like Albert Pujols to be able to get together with those good swings against him and get him out of that comfortable zone.
Albert last night 0 for 4. 246. Astros ownership with 3 on the left side. Altuve has to go deep to his right. He can't get it. Almost looked for a second, Gooby, that Altuve wasn't quite ready, meaning he was looking
he was
away.
He was almost looking like Carlos Correa. High fastball. And he was just kind of moving around a little bit. Usually when we talk about that prep step, the prep step means you're going towards the pitch being thrown. He was going the other way.
I'd be surprised by the fact that Albert swung at the first pitch.
Between him and Trout, not a lot of swinging at the first pitch. Again, that's you get a better chance of getting a fastball.
Murphy takes outside for ball one. David hitting .288, 8 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Last played in Wednesday's game. Had a 1-for-3 game with a single and a walk.
Think about it, McCullers has only given up 5 home runs this year, and now 97 1/3 innings pitch. That's almost 1 every 20 innings.
First round pick by the Astros in 2012. 1-1.
And it's not too often you suggest that the hitters jump on a fastball against him, especially when he's running up there 95, 96, 97. More of a straight fastball. His curveball is devastating, though.
.62, 205 to Jesuit High School in Tampa, Florida. Murphy fouls it off, evens the count. Colors at Double-A this year, 7 games, 5 starts, 3-1 and a .56 earned run average. Called up to the big leagues, been up and down a couple times. He's part of that rotation of the future, that's for sure.
Some big power arms going to be around for a long time for the Astros.
Breaking pitch, bouncer over to first. Gonzalez will take it himself, and the Angels are done here in the first. Made of the second with no score.
And coming up later in the game, we'll check out the big news from around the majors on the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. The Jays continue to roll, and a new member of the 500 Club.
Looking forward to that. Little news on the Jays, by the way. They might be without Troy Tulowitzki for a little while.
Don't run into anybody from Chaminade, man. That's what it came down to.
Jed Lowry leads things off. He looks at a strike. Evan Gattis to follow, and then Marwin Gonzalez. And Troy Tulowitzki diagnosed with a small crack in his left scapula on a pop-up going back in a shallow left center.
That's when it's so difficult, especially when you have outfielders that are aggressive and you're going back as an infielder. Sometimes even when you're trying to have that communication, sometimes it doesn't work. Tulo has meant so much to the Blue Jays team, especially defensively.
2 balls and a strike on Jed Lowry, hitting .236 with 8 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Good numbers from the right side of the plate. Limited at bats this year as this one's flipped into the seats. Two balls and 2 strikes. 41 at bats from the right side. .341 hitter. Cliff Pennington, I guess, would get playing time in place of Tulowitzki. This one shot out toward right center field. Cole racing back, tracks it down on the run, and there's the first down of the second.
Pretty good swing by Lowry on that one. Between Lowry and Springer combined now 0 for 19 against Hector Santiago in their careers.
There's Evan Gattis, DH, .238, 23 home runs, 75 runs batted in. Off-speed pitch missing outside. Gattis with 17 doubles, 9 triples this year. He's 3rd in the American League at triples. Evan Gattis.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Talk about a guy who swings the bat extremely hard.
Which of these names don't necessarily fit? Kevin Kiermaier, Eddie Rosario, Delino DeShields, Rajai Davis, Evan Gattis.
I don't know. It's tough to figure out.
In the triples category. 2-1 pitch outside. A 3-ball, 1-strike count.
And he has 9 triples and not 1 stolen base.
You get those nooks and crannies in that ballpark at Minute Maid. Ball ricochets. This one's hit sharply up the middle. It's a base hit with 1 out here in the second. Brings up Marwin Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a switch hitter, playing quite a bit of first base. .282 average with 10 home runs, 32 RBIs. In the 8th spot on the order last night, went 1 for 3 with a single. That was a bunt base hit. 2 strikeouts. Take one upstairs. .308 hitter from the right side compared to .266 from the left. Evens count. For his career, Hector pitching in his 8th game, 6th start against the Astros. 0-2 and a 4.50 ERA.
Very good this season, though.
Yep.
0-0 with a 0.73 ERA for Hector versus the Astros.
One and 2. Faced Houston for the first time on May the 7th here. Went 6 1/3. For 106 pitches in those 6 1/3. And pitched against the Astros here again on June 22nd. Went 6 innings in that one with 106 pitches. And you run that risk when you only get in the 5th, 6th innings of games that are decided late, not factoring into a decision.
That's why you get a lot of no decisions.
Breaking pitch, line to Freese. He snags it before it hits the outfield grass. 2 outs.
A couple good plays so far in this game from Freese defensively. Good prep step. He had himself ready to be able to jump up and make a catch on that line drive from Gonzalez.
So 2 outs. Gaddis at first base. Hank Conger at the plate. Back-to-back starts for Hank. 0 for 3 last night with a couple of strikeouts to the fly ball to right. It's at 150 from this side of the plate this year. No balls, 1 strike. Houston with the loss last night, now at 28-41 away from Minute Maid Park. Halos with the win, now 43-30 here in this ballpark. Just took 2 of 3 from the Rangers to start this homestand. Lost 2 of 3 to the Dodgers. Picked up the opening game of the series last night against Dallas Keuchel and the Astros.
They faced some pretty tough pitching over the stretch the Angels have.
Well, it's not going to get any easier. Even going to Seattle, you know you're going to face Felix Hernandez at least in one of those games. Then it's off to Minnesota for a big 4-game series next weekend. Minnesota ahead of the Angels in the wild card as Conger rolls and foul. And it's off to face the Astros.
Minnesota losing at this moment to the White Sox 7-2.
Texas leading Oakland 1-0. That game's in the 5th.
Well, as Albert Pujols said just the other day, every game is a must game for the rest of the season for the Angels. And there is a lot of Angels in that dugout. A lot of Angels. You know, there's a lot of people up here now at this time when you have that many guys on the bench when your team is in the field.
We're still flying on the charter, right? Or
on the wing.
They moved us to a commercial yet? 1-2 downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Evan Gaddis at first base. No score. We're in the top of the 2nd. It happens sometimes. The 2-2. Full count. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Now Gaddis will get a head start. Oakland has just struck for 3 runs in the top of the 5th, so they lead the Rangers now 3-1. Gaddis takes off 3-2, and Conger skies one out toward left. Murphy moving back on it, stepping onto the track. He's at the wall, will make the catch for the 3rd out. 90 degrees at first pitch. That ball has some serious carry. We head to the bottom of the 2nd with no score.
dry, clean, crisp Coors Light. The Angels' largest deficit in the AL West in the last 9 years in which they won the division. 6 games. Get back in 2004 and then last season. Largest deficit this season, though, 7.5 games. Why not start a new one? Right now, you have the opportunity because you're playing the teams ahead of you.
Texas, a game and a half back of the Astros, second place. The Angels 4.5 back. 3 back in the wild card. Halo set up Crone, Ibar, and Freeze here in the second inning. Slider, first pitch, misses down and away. CJ last night 1 for 4 with a single.
I'm going to buy into that Mike Social's theory about not looking at the scoreboard. When you have 5 games left, including tonight with the Astros, 4 with the Rangers and 4 with the Twins, you control your own destiny if you're going to get to the postseason. You don't have to worry about other teams helping you out.
Yeah, no. When you're playing the teams ahead of you, that's what you got to worry about. Breaking ball down low. Crone 1 for his last 14. He's homering Monday's game in the second inning. There's a look at the upcoming schedule. 1 more against the Astros tomorrow, 12:35 start. 3 in Seattle, then it's off to Minneapolis after a night game on Wednesday. The old 5 a.m. arrival in Minneapolis, 4-game series, and then Houston. Crone takes upstairs, full count.
But it's like getting there at 3 a.m. though, because you're still in that Pacific time zone.
Absolutely. Crone shoots this one out toward left center field, and that'll get down for a hit. Gomez cuts it off. The Angels have their leadoff man on board to start the second.
Gomez playing a really deep center field. Colors jammed him on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. He's still strong enough to hit that ball on the line. He's playing so deep, the ball falls in. Playing a little more shallow, that angle to be able to cut off, might be able to run that one down with his speed.
Jed Lowry in on the grass at third base with Ibar at the plate. Fouls this one off. Ibar 3 for 6 in his career against McCullers with a double. 270, a couple of home runs, 38 runs batted in. 1 for 3 last night with a double. No balls, 2 strikes.
It's amazing that feel for his breaking pitch for McCullers. That breaking ball, he can throw it anywhere he wants. Throw it in the strike zone, throw it down in the dirt to get a swing and miss. A very good pitch for McCullers.
This one down the line. That looked like it's fair, and it is. Jed Lowry doesn't think so. Crone on his way to third. Marisnick's throw is off target. Ibar with a double, and I'm sure the Astros at least will try to take a look at it. But Alfonso Marquez, the third base umpire, making the quick signal that it was fair.
See this angle, see if that ball stays fair. Just kind of punch that right down the line. And over the base, that corner of the base.
I like what Marquez did there with that ball slicing toward him. He stayed right on the line, just turned his body a little bit, made the call, and then got out of the way. So Eric now 4 for 7 against McCullers. Second and third, infield back. Nobody out. Here's Freeze. Slider on the outside corner.
You talk about letting a baseball travel deep in the zone. That's exactly what Eric Ibar did to punch that one right down the line. 25th double this season.
It's Freeze's first opportunity to face McCullers. And he flips one out to center field. That'll get down for a hit. Crone will score. Ibar's going to be stopped at third base. 1-0 Angels as David Freeze picks up his 48th run batted in.
Well, we talked about Freeze on the pregame show today, how well he has hit since coming back from the disabled has hit 375 and be able to use the entire field. It's a fastball upstairs, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Use that middle part of the field, picks up another RBI, 48th RBI on the season for David Freese.
So still nobody out, runners at the corners. Carlos Perez 2 for 2 with a double against McCullers. 227 on the season, 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in, 3 consecutive hits to start the second for the Angels. Carlos last night with a walk, ground out and a pop-up. He went 0 for 2. He flips this one down the right field line. Springer a long run over. This one to the first row of seats.
Notice a lot of aggressive first pitch swings against McCullers. You wonder if he'll make that adjustment and throw more breaking balls first pitch.
It went reverse on 3, slider, then fastball. David jumped on that fastball. No balls, 2 strikes.
Now these are the counts that McCullers overthrows his breaking ball at times, and if you have to be ready now, if you're Eric Ibar at third, 6 wild pitches this year at this point. Quite a few for having less than 100 innings pitched.
Angels got their first run last night on a wild pitch, and it was Ibar that scored. Breaking pitch, a little bouncer to third, going on contact. Lowry's only placed to first. 2-0 Angels. Carlos picks up an RBI, his 17th of the season, and Freese ends up at second.
It's a good read by Eric Ibar, knowing that's going to be a difficult throw. On the move for Lowry at home. He just keeps looking in and Hank Conger, wonder if they did have a play at the plate. Secondary lead. Been running right down the line. A more difficult throw, especially off balance for Lowry at third to make that throw to home plate. Great read by Eric Ibar once again. Good contact play, even with no outs, went on the contact play. Reading that the ball was going to be a difficult play for the third baseman.
Freese in scoring position for Featherston. His first at bat against McCullers. Taylor went 0 for 3 last night, reaching on the error by Keuchel. What should have been the third out of the inning. Instead, it led to the 3 unearned runs. That one on the inside corner. Breaking pitch, foul back. Pretty good swing and a pretty good breaking pitch too. There's the 1-2. Featherston chases the high fastball. 2 down. First strikeout for the Astros righty. A.J. Hinch coming out. Kind of an odd time.
Are you going to think in terms of the way Cole's been swinging the bat, the pitch around to face the best player in baseball behind him, Mike Trout? Regardless of what Trout has done over the last 38 games, you would like to see that have 2 base runners on for Trout.
Cole popped out to shallow left in the first inning.
Usually when a manager comes out in that conversation as a pitcher, he says don't give him anything good to hit.
They're going to walk him, aren't they? Now, well, it looked like Hank was standing up to issue the sign. The way he was standing there behind the plate.
It did look like that way.
Three infielders on the right side, and it's a breaking ball that misses.
So the next pitch right here will determine if it indeed was the conversation. Don't give him anything to hit. Stay off speed.
Down and away. 2 balls, no strikes.
So far, no fastballs in this at bat. Mike Trout on deck. Open base, you've thrown a curveball and a changeup so far. And if you're Cole Calhoun, as hot as you've been, you also have to be aware of the fact they're trying to pitch around you, make them swing at your pitch out of the zone. (2-0) changeup.
Probably tough to ask a youngster like this to dial it back, especially after striking out Featherson for the second out of the inning.
And you know who's on deck.
Right. Caught the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Freeze a big lead at second base. 2-0 Angels here in the second. This will be the 39th pitch of the game for McCullers. Cole swings at it. Full count.
A lot of room on that left side of the infield. Carlos Correa moved over a little bit now. Saw that count a lot against Cole last night. 3-2 count, 3 of them.
Here's the payoff. Cole flares one out to shallow center field. Gomez playing deep, will race in, make the catch, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. The halo strike for 2 will head to the 3rd. The Angels leading at 2-0. Use hashtag West State a strong fan. You just might see yourself in an upcoming Angels broadcast. And it is brought to you by T-Mobile. We begin the 3rd with the Angels up 2-0. 9-1-2 coming up for the Astros. Marisnik, Springer, and Altuve face Hector Santiago. Jake Marisnik, starting left fielder tonight, takes upstairs. 1-0 count on Marisnik, hitting .239 with 9 home runs, 32 runs batted in.
Marisnik 1 for 3 against Hector, a .313 career hitter against the Angels.
One ball, two strikes. Called strike 3, and there's the Tom Hallian ring up, one down.
Tom's loosen up now. Fastball, supposed to be inside, but gets the outer part of the plate. And the ring up by Tom Hallian. I'm sure the hitters love that.
Swung the bat.
I was going to say, you should have swung the bat.
George Springer, the right fielder. 0 for 1. He grounded out to Ibar to start the game. It was a pretty good pitch. Called the ball. One. Interesting, as the bottom of the second was concluding and Calhoun was at the plate, there was a call to the Astros bullpen. There were some guys stretching in the second inning.
I mean, a base hit by C.J. Cron to left center field. Gomez playing deep. Eric Ibar late on a swing, just hits a double down the third base line. I mean, McCullers is throwing the ball very firm. His slider's good.
Good off speed there by Hector. And a visit to the mound by A.J. Perhaps feeling a little pressure. I don't know.
Yeah, I know they're protecting his arm.
Bouncer toward the middle. That'll sneak through for a base hit. I think a ball that Hector could have reached out for. Got by him. Man on for Jose Altuve.
You know, obviously with a young pitcher, making sure you don't throw too many pitches, too many innings in a major league or professional season. So they're going to keep an eye on him. Big part of their future. But a strong kid. Great stuff, good mechanics.
Altuve 1 for 1 with a base hit. Springer with 14 stolen bases, has been caught 3 times. The Astros lead the league in stolen bases with 106. They thought for a moment that Altuve had their 107th, but Angels challenged him to call at second base. It was overturned as this one shot out to center, and it's playable for Trout. 2 down. Fans, join us for Oktoberfest September 25th, and the Angels take on the Mariners at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive a boot mug courtesy of Shock Top while supplies last. Get your tickets today at the stadium box office or at angels.com.
A boot mug.
We're going to fill that sucker up and drink up on this 25th. On camera.
Perfect.
See if you've got the old boot twist working. Clear the air bubble out of there.
Yes, indeed.
2 out to the man on. Correa up. He walked. The only base on balls issued by Hector. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 3 hits allowed. Oakland, by the way, added a couple of runs, so that game now in the top of the 6th inning in Arlington, 6-1. Pardon me, 5-1 Athletics. This one punched to the right side. Featherston has it going to his left. There's the 3rd out of the inning. A shutdown inning for Santiago. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Trout, Pujols, and Murphy coming up for the Angels. Download and use the Angels brand new player emojis. We'll be unveiling one new player each game broadcast through next Thursday. Tonight we're unveiling the Albert Pujols emoji. Log on to angels.com/emoji and download Pujols. Download him now.
That's amazing.
All right, you retweeted last night the
yes.
Jared Weaver one.
We've loved it, by the way. He saw it. I sent him.
You sent it to him?
He started laughing.
That's great. Trout, Pujols, and Murphy here in the third for the Angels, up 2-0.
He couldn't tell the difference when he looked in the mirror and the emoji. He was like, I don't know which switch.
He thought he was looking into the mirror as he was reading the text.
Yes, he did. He's
Wade.
looking at us. Yeah, okay, whatever.
He just farmed us.
Yes, he did.
Trout 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right. One ball, one strike. The difficult month of August that Trout had, which he had 218, his worst month as a big leaguer. 9 games so far in September. 7 for 30. It's a 233 average. Takes a strike. 1-2.
.97-mile-an-hour fastball from Collins.
Time was called at the last second. Changing eye level there. What was your best bolt that you threw? Like, where did you top out?
94.
94. Listen to the right side. Gonzalez has it. Foot race with McCullers covering. 1 down.
Well, but out of the bullpen in Japan, though, I got it up there at 97, 98.
Yeah, but those are the fast guns in Japan.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I was trying,
to
feel good about myself.
There was a ray gun and a jugs gun. Remember, the ray gun was like the true speed. The jugs gun was the juiced up speed. Remember that whole debate?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I remember that well.
Sorry, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. My confidence is gone again.
Oh, man. Aren't the mounds closer there, too?
They had set a 10 inches to were 18 inches,
yeah.
Those mounds.
Trout the first out here in the third. Here's Albert, who had a base hit his first time up. Swinging first pitch again. Fouls it back. I only ask you because I'm sure, well, you're a sinker baller, so it's last thing you want to do is try to overthrow something. But I'm sure you felt pretty good at 94. Not where you want to live, I would imagine.
No, I was better off around 90, 91 with the sink on the fastball as compared to the 94. If I did, that means I dropped my elbow, straightened out my fastball, became more hittable. But that was fun over in Japan, though, by the way.
I bet
the
it
late
was.
Sparky Anderson was the manager. Hey, he said, big guy, go out there and close the game. That was fun.
Did you wear white spikes? Did you?
No.
You did?
No.
Did you do any like Louis Tiant stuff?
No, I pretty much like Goose Gotch's falling all the way over to first base after throwing it.
Did you yell at hitters there?
I might have did that a few times.
You can neither confirm nor deny.
No. I was never a big fan of guys swinging the bat against me.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Albert.
Nor did they like me a whole lot either. But that was okay.
Full count.
It's a pretty good changeup he has. 88, 89. He's going to be special. Already pretty good numbers as a rookie.
(3-2), and this is bound toward third, and it's foul. Another pretty good breaking pitch. This one hit sharply to short. Correa's got it. 2 down. That ball was smoked.
See how painful that is for Albert to run down the line. Also, he hit that ball as hard as you could hit a baseball. Correa's already made 2 really good solid defensive plays, one on a pop-up and this one-hop line drive from Pujols. And the firm throw across the diamond to get Albert.
David Murphy grounded out to Marwin Gonzalez to end the first inning. Halos with 2 runs in the second on 3 hits, 3 straight hits, and a ground out by Carlos Perez. Three and 0. TJ Crone on deck. Delayed call by Hallion on a pitch that was out of the zone. 3 and 1. Tom, the crew chief of this 4-man umpiring crew. Back up the middle, but Correa has it go off his body. A little short hop. Kind of ran up the arm there. So Murphy will reach.
Pretty good swing there for Murphy. A redirection off the mound. Off the wrist.
They're calling that a base hit. Murphy will take it. Everything's a base hit nowadays.
Yeah.
As a starting pitcher, aren't you sitting there going, that's an error?
Yeah. And people will say, well, it was hit hard.
Up the middle, Correa to his left, dives, has it, goes to first base. Krell retired to end the inning. 3 complete here at the Big A. 2-0 Angels. I should say, host to Oktoberfest, the Gate 1 Music Garden. Come enjoy live German music, dancing, and beer tasting. Purchase your tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com. Dancing, huh? Like in European Vacation? Clark and Rusty?
That'd be perfect.
Carlos Gomez takes ball 1 in a pitch that was in the zone. Gomez, Lowry, and Gaddis here in the 4th inning. Carlos 0 for 1 into a fielder's choice. 1-2. Just off the plate.
Pretty good life on this fastball this inning, especially for Hector. 92, back-to-back 92-mile-an-hour fastballs.
He's been very aggressive tonight. Two pitch. Little flinch there by Tom. Full count.
Just a little bit below the strike zone. Didn't miss by much, though.
And he issues a leadoff walk. Second free pass. Speedy Gomez is on board. Jed Lowry coming up. 7 stolen bases on the year for Gomez. That's with Houston. It's actually 14-23 on the season. Jed Lowry, a fly ball to right field in the second, so he's 0 for 1. Trying to keep Gomez honest over at first base. Big lead again. One ball, no strikes. Oh, slide step action.
Get focused right on the batter right now if you're Hector. Especially with a slide step with his mechanics, because he's generally pretty quick and that front shoulder will open up. The slide step really throws that arm out of position to hit that strike zone. Nice play. Dan brought his glove.
Now he's hit into 2 double plays this year. Skies this one out to center. 1 down. A lot of lift on his swing from both sides of the play, so tough guy to get it to double up. 1 out. Gomez at first. Here's Evan Gattis, a single. His first at bat. He's 1 for 1.
Hector with 3 pickoffs this year.
Gattis hits this one off the end of the bat. Big swing, but a shallow fly ball for round number 2.
Yeah, to sound off the bat initially, it froze Mike Trout out in the outfield. Wonder if that baseball was going to carry. Was it a sound? Was able to track that one down.
So 2 outs. Gomez still at first base.
And a couple pitches upstairs, even though they're fly ball outs, you want to stay down, especially down and away with that fastball that Hector can throw, or fastball, back it up with another fastball in.
Gonzalez, the first baseman, looks at a strike. Beautiful night tonight. 90 degrees at first pitch as Gonzalez pops this one up. C.J. Cron, Taylor Featherston. It's Taylor calling for it. Leadoff walk, stranded at first base. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth with the Angels leading at 2-0. Kind of like they scored last night against Dallas Keuchel in the second inning. They lead it here as we begin the bottom of the fourth inning. We walked into our broadcast booth and just showed you Hector Santiago and the shot at the dugout. And so far, so good for him. You mentioned good life on the fastball. Yeah. Good command tonight.
Yeah, he's really got out in front, consistent with his fastball. A lot of times he'll pull across his body. That's when he elevates fastballs. 92 on his fastball. Pretty good changeup. His slider, very good, especially that first pitch. Breaking ball to get ahead of the count and finish off some hitters. Inside very well against these right-handed batters. Successful so far for Hector.
Yeah, we got some serious gale force winds here in our booth. Trying to cool everything down.
Oh. It is quite toasty here again today.
Ibar, Freeze, and Perez for the Angels here in the fourth. Ibar with a double down the third base line in the second inning. His 25th double of the year. Scored one of the 2 runs. McCullers with 1 strikeout, no walks, and 5 hits allowed. 60 pitches for the youngster. Just 21 years of age. Down and in. 3-0. It's a third 3-0 count that McCullers has had.
Good count to look and center in on a fastball. 3-1 for Eric Ibar.
And he rips this one out to right field. Springer had him played perfectly. Reaches up, makes the catch for the first down.
Well, he certainly centered in. He hit that ball right on the line. So that makes up for that ground ball right down the third base line he had for a double.
So it'll bring up Freeze. RBI single for him in the second. 48 runs batted in now.
That's some serious action on his changeup. It was about 11% of his pitches, change-ups, to go along with 36 on his curveball.
Little dribbler up the line, foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chopper to the left side. Correa deep to his right. Off balance throw and not in time. Almost made a spectacular play.
What a special player he is. And the guys in the dugout are saying no one makes that even close. You know when your opponent is saying some positive things about you, you know you're a special player. Look at that throw over the first base from the outfield grass. Almost gets David Freese the range. And the quick throw a la Derek Jeter. But Freese beats it out.
Prezzo for 1. He grounded out but picked up an RBI, his 17th of the year.
Good situation for a hit and run. At some point here for Mike Scioscia to put on.
Pitch out. The Astros thinking along the same lines.
Well, there was a time when you always had one coach in that dugout. They're trying to pick up the manager's signs. And there's some good ones over the years. Late Joe Nosek, he was really good. The White Sox picking up signs.
Late, great Preston Gomez was fantastic at it.
Yeah, you just look for certain patterns. You pick it up pretty quickly.
David Freese on board, second hit of the night. Perez fouls it off, 1-2. McCullers, for the most part, it seems, said 3-3-0 counts. Got his pitch to head on the count, but he's gotten to a point where sometimes he gets the count even on him. Looks like a beach ball is come out of the warning track at straightaway center field, so Gomez has to retrieve it.
You know, we talked about keys of a game against McCullers is avoid those curveball counts. When he's falling behind, he's forcing either his changeup or his fastball instead of dealing with that curveball.
Seventy pitches thrown for the righty so far. 45 have been strikes. Making pitch, cued to the right side. McCullers will take it. 2 down. Freeze over to second. So Featherston will come up with 2 outs. Taylor struck out his first time up. Foul at the plate. 0-1 count. McCullers got him to chase a high fastball for the punch out. His only punch out of the night. Now he's in the second.
Pretty good arms in the outfield here for the Astros. Base hit will be should be a play at the plate. Springer with 6 outfield assists. Marisnick with 6. Gomez 4 total this season in center field.
Lifted down the right field line. Springer moving over. Makes a catch in foul territory, and the Angels are done here in the fourth. We'll head to the fifth. It's still a 2-0 Angels lead. Angels baseball is brought to you by the Dodge Charger. With an EPA estimated 31 highway miles per gallon, this car was made for driving in California. Visit Dodge.com. By AT&T U-verse, more live channels on the go than cable. And by the Acura It's That Kind of Summer event. Top of the fifth inning, 2-0 Angels. Both runs occurring in the second inning. Hector Santiago's done a nice job so far. Facing 8, 9, and 1 for Houston. And Conger takes down and away. Conger, a deep fly ball to left field in the second inning. 0 for 1. Ahead of the count at 2-0. And that's pulled out to left field. Murphy racing back, and he will make the running catch. What a great read off the bat.
A wide receiver running down a long pass. Nice play by David Murphy. 2 good plays against Hank Conger. This ball was hit extremely hard and a good fastball count for Hank Conger. He drives it well. Over the shoulder catch by David Murphy.
It's like one of the receivers for his Baylor Bears tonight against Lamar.
Good football team, Baylor. What are they, 6th?
I think so. 4.
Number 4.
Well, save that last.
Wow.
Marisnik fouls off the first pitch. I don't mind Baylor. I like Baylor.
Yeah, okay.
Good school.
Just checking.
Jam shot broke his bat. That bat splintering there at home plate. Marisnik, the lone strikeout that Hector Santiago's picked up, now was in the third.
Yeah, a lot of pieces of that bat gone. Fastball at 92. That's a definite cut fastball that cut through that bat, shattered it.
Resnick goes down swinging, 2 outs.
That was a good changeup.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP.
That was solid pitching by Hector. He went fastball in at 92, followed it up with a changeup off the outside corner to get a swing and miss.
2 up, 2 down, and here's George Springer downstairs for ball 1. Santiago looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. Gave up a single to Springer in the 3rd. Three hits allowed for Santiago. 2 walks, 2 punch outs. This is lined right to Crow, and it's a quick 1-2-3 fifth. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th with the top of the order coming up, and the Angels still up. Ronald Pujols coming up for the Halos to face Lance McCullers Jr. McCullers with 1 strikeout, no walks, 6 hits allowed. Gave up 3 straight hits to start the 2nd inning. Gave up 2 runs, but then settled down and left Freeze in scoring position.
So he's had that good power fastball. Changeup has been solid. Curve, as usual, very solid.
Cole tonight, 0 for 2. Takes outside for ball 1.
Very good in the month of September. All 9 games a hit.
Put that location on that slider right there.
Reason why no home runs really hardly allowed at all. Just 5 this entire season. Now over 100 innings pitched.
One and 2. Good defensive swing there with 2 strikes.
Almost late enough to hit Hank Conger's catcher's mitt.
The old catcher's interference.
Yeah. Matsui was very good at that one.
Mine is too for a little bit. Two balls, two strikes. McCullers' dad, Lance Sr., pitched for the Padres for 4 seasons, the Yankees for a couple, Tigers briefly, and finished up his career in 5 games with the Rangers at 92. Little bouncer off the plate toward first. Gonzalez has it, flips it to McCullers. 1 down.
That was well played by both Gonzalez and McCullers covering the base. If you don't charge that right away as a first baseman, you wait back on that baseball, it's going to be an infield hit for Cole Calhoun. Gonzalez, a solid play at first base.
One out, nobody on, and Trout up 0 for 2 tonight.
I wonder if he'll attack that first pitch here.
It went out to right field in the first inning, grounded out to Gonzalez his last time up. Fastball right down the pipe.
Back to my Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful. On free will, to instill that will, especially this part of the lineup, on the youngster on the mound.
Three balls and a strike. And he walked him. First free pass issued by the righty. We'll see if the Trout gets on the move. I mentioned last night the struggles that Hank has had behind the plate, throwing out would-be base stealers.
McCullers is quick to the plate, but still you have to take a shot.
Shift is on. With Pujols up, you see where Altuve is playing on the shortstop side of second base. One for 2 tonight with a single, and then a hot smash to Correa, the shortstop, in the third. Breaking ball. 0-1.
Albert's been aggressive on the first pitch. First 2 at bats.
Some movement, some stretching going on in the Astros bullpen now. 86 pitches for McCullers. Nobody's loosening as of yet. Albert fouls it off a little bit tardy on that fastball. 0-2.
A lot of room on that right side, especially with Gonzalez holding Trout on. No coverage whatsoever on that right side of the infield.
As we speak, it looks like they will begin some action in their bullpen.
We see that right side of the infield wide open for anything hit that way for Pujols.
Albert flips one down the left field line. Long run from Marisnick with good speed. Dives, can't get it. It bounces into the seats, and that's fortunate for Houston because Trout has to stop at third. Marisnick with great speed.
I can't believe how close he got to that baseball.
Laid out.
That dangerous play, too, with that short wall right there as he dove towards on the warning track. Didn't think he would have any chance getting close to this baseball. It was just a matter of being fair or foul. He got real close on that dive. Great effort for Marisnick to almost get there. Double number 18 of the season for Pujols.
Just kept hooking away from Marisnick. So 2 on, 1 out. Action in the Astros pen. And a conversation on the mound. David Murphy due up.
There's an 0-2 pitch, too, a breaking ball. Not bad as far as location being down, but middle of the plate. It's past Wade Boggs. Now 20th in the all-time double list.
Vincent Velasquez and Tony Sipp. So righty to lefty for the Astros. Sipp just got up. Velasquez is been loosening.
Albert with 2 hits in this game, single and a double. Infield in.
Murphy 1 for 2. A single his last time up. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Outfield playing shallow now. All 3 guys, Marisnik, Gomez, and Springer from left to right. Trout at third. And Pujols at second. 2-0 Angels here in the 5th. 1 around. No balls, 2 strikes.
Made a mistake last time, 0-2 to Pujols. And imagine he's going to throw a breaking ball again.
He does. He chops it on the ground to Gonzalez, and it's foul.
Especially when you want to make sure you don't make a mistake with a curveball because you got hurt the last time head of the count. Your tendency, especially as a young pitcher, is to muscle up and overthrow on that one. So for Hank Conger, going to try to keep that breaking ball in front of him. Mike Trout trying to get a secondary lead. If it gets away from Conger, scored the 3rd run of the game.
Murphy pops it up. Shallow left. Not deep enough for anybody to advance. 2 outs. 2 outs now. It'll be up to Crone. Crone 1 for 2. Single with a run scored in the 2nd inning. Grounded out in the 3rd. Almost got that one by Correa, but he made a nice dive and stop at it. First one on the way. Breaking ball. That's ball 1.
High slider looked like it got the upper part of the strike zone.
Yeah, Tom hasn't called that top part of the zone tonight. He stayed down in the zone though. Little backup. Missed upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Base hit for Crone in his 2nd inning out to left center field. Scored 1 of the 2 runs. Halo's trying to tack on here. Walked to Trout with 1 out. Pujols double. 2-0. 3-0.
Trying to turn in on that breaking ball.
Ibar on deck. Switch hitter. He's had 2 very good swings against McCullers. He's 1 for 2.
I still think for C.J. Crone, you get a fastball here, 3-0, green light.
Got it. Pulled the trigger and he fouls it back. 3-1. Both Velasquez and Sipp should be ready to go now for Houston. 3-1 downstairs, and they're loaded up for Ibar. It might be the last pitch that McCullers has thrown tonight.
Force Earth Ibar to hit from the right side potentially.
2nd walk of the inning. So Trout at third, Pujols at second, Chrome at first. He's going to stay in there. Eric with the double down the third base line. The run scored in the second. He lined out to Springer his last time up. 4 for 8 now. Gets McCullers in his career. Breaking ball to the dirt. Nice block by Hank.
So important as a hitter to get ahead of the count with the bases loaded. Forces a pitcher to throw more fastballs now.
Eric 4 for 10 this year with the bases loaded. 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes.
I know you want to be aggressive on a fastball if you're Eric Ibar, but you got to make sure that's right in your zone. Otherwise, force him to throw you a strike. You're in a great hitter's count. You have a young pitcher on the mound here, knowing he has to try to throw a strike. That's a more difficult task to do.
Velasquez, the only guy loosening now. Sip is sat down. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Ibar flips one out to left field. Marisnik had it played perfectly, makes the catch, and the Angels will leave them loaded. 5 complete, 2-0 Angels.
With a fastball upstairs at 96, base hit. The center field scoring C.J. Cron. 2-run inning the Angels had it. So far, Hector Santiago has worked his magic. A couple punch-outs against Marisnik. Very good so far. Just 3 hits allowed through 5 shutout innings.
2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 3 hits allowed for Santiago. He's going to face 2, 3, and 4 for Houston here in the 6th. Altuve, Correa, and Gomez. 69 pitches thrown by Hector so far. Minnesota, by the way, ended up losing to the White Sox tonight 8-2. Texas trailing Oakland 5-1. That game's the bottom of the 7th. Here it's 2-0 Angels. Altuve swinging first pitch. Skies went out to shallow right. Went after that high fastball. 1 down.
Certainly been aggressive in this game. We generally see him being that way. Going upstairs on a high fastball, not real happy with himself.
It's like Santiago needs a tongue depressor. Get the mud out of his spikes. Well, maybe not. There it is. Carlos Correa, the shortstop, will walk and a ground out. Hector tonight much more under control. Way inside as I say that. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sharp breaking slider.
But as far as the mechanics are concerned, the second half has been just a downhill roller coaster for him. Last start gave up 1 hit but walked 6, but everything was moving parts everywhere. Tonight seems like nice tempo, easy, under control.
You can see it even from the get-go when he gets his sign. How under control he is over the pitching rubber like that. Good changeup. He's able to square up his shoulder, maintain balance over the pitching rubber, and hit both sides of the plate, whether it's his fastball in or his changeup away. It's all about getting ready and preparing over that pitching rubber to maintain balance and under control.
Another changeup, fouled back.
He's keeping his shoulders level. Sometimes he'll dip that front shoulder, and that creates that quicker motion, and then he pulls across his body with his throwing arm. .93-mile-an-hour fastball, but Hector knew he got away with that one. That was right down the heart of the plate, and Correa fouled that one straight back.
Another fastball, another foul straight back. The count remains at 1-2.
Well, you wonder if you can go a slider down and in now. I think you've tried enough fastballs in. Either you go change up away or slider down and in. Went fastball away, and he was on that one also, 93. Good velocity for Hector. You got a very good fastball hitter at the plate.
Well, if you had a Lalab pitch right now, little stutter step.
Little Frank Tanana.
Oh, yeah. Just drop one in there.
Yes, indeed.
Goes off speed.
He tried it.
Yes, he did.
That one is 74.
Because you're so geared up for, low 90s fastball, and especially multiple ones down low. So difficult to keep the hands back on a slow little breaking pitch.
That was a 19-mile-an-hour differential between that fastball that pitched before away and that slow curveball.
Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you can see why Astro fans are so excited about this youngster here in Correa. We've seen some outstanding defensive plays, but this good at bat after good at bat.
Full count. Gomez on deck, 3-2. This is lifted foul and out of play.
Another fastball. That time he jammed them. So he threw enough off-speed pitches before that fastball.
Wants to do bad, may have cracked that one. Count remains full at 3-2. 11 pitches so far in this plate appearance. Another payoff, and that is hammered out to deep left field. The Astros get on the board. It's a 1-run lead for the Angels. Correa with his 18th of the season.
Not many baseballs get hit that far. That baseball was crushed. It's an all-speed pitch. What an at-bat for the youngster. That's a 12-pitch at-bat. Look at this changeup.
Yep.
So he's generating all that bat speed and power to hit the ball that far.
There's Gomez. Swings from his heels, fouls it off to the right. Astros center fielder 0 for 1, rolled into a fielder's choice that ended the first inning. Reached on a walk in the fourth. 2-1 game now. By him on that fastball, 0-2. Always seems to happen too when you get a situation like the Angels had in the bottom of the fifth inning where the team comes right back. Gomez shoots this one out to right.
That momentum shifts right back the other way. When you get some quality pitches to get through the inning with no damage.
It's good to see Hector come back. 3 pitches, get Gomez for the second out here in the 6th.
But that's an impressive at bat for Correa. He fought off some tough pitches. He was on some 93-mile-an-hour fastballs throughout that entire sequence. And one mistake on the changeup, and that ball went way out.
Halos have Trevor Gott loosening down the pen as Lowry steps into the batter's box. Swings first pitch. He drives one out to right center field. That ball's hit pretty well. Trout racing back and at the wall makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. The Astros get on the board on Correa's 18th of the season. The Angels still up 2-1.
Versus Yankees. They had 5 home runs in a doubleheader sweep of the Yankees. And Big Papi joins the 500 club against Matt Moore. Not 1, but 2 home runs today in Tampa for Big Papi. Becoming only the 2nd player ever to get number 500. The same day he got number 499. The other, Albert Pujols, did that in Washington.
Vincent Velasquez, the 23-year-old native, California native, takes over on the mound for Lance McCullers. Start in and out, who's in, who's out. Velasquez, a 2nd-round pick of the Astros in 2010 at a Gary High School in Pomona. He's pitching for the 15th time at the major league level. Has 7 starts as well. He's 1-1 with a 3.91 ERA. 52 strikeouts and 50 in 2/3 innings. 6'3", 205. Double-A this year. 9 games, 5 starts. 4-0 with a 1.91. Facing Freese, Perez, and Featherston. 7, 8, 9 for the Angels in the bottom of the 6th. McCullers tonight went 6 innings, allowed 2 runs, both earned on 7 hits and 1 strikeout. And 2 walks. Got out of a bases loaded jam in the 5th.
Velasquez fastball's 93 to 97. Slider, curveball, changeup.
Behind of the count of 2-0. Freese 2 for 2. Couple of singles. Picked up an RBI. He's 48th. That was in the 2nd. Fastball in there. 95. Velasquez played shortstop and pitched for Gary High School.
Great life on that fastball. Good mechanics also.
58th overall pick in 2010. At a pre-draft workout with the Astros in 2010, they liked his arm and said, we're gonna keep you on the mound.
Don't blame him.
Off speed. Work in progress still. Full count. Covered for Tommy John surgery in 2011. Ground ball towards short. Ran to the backhand, has it. High throw. The foot comes off the bag and freezes on board. We'll take a look at it in the Astros clubhouse.
Right away, Alfredo pointed to Dan Bellino. Say there was no contact with the foot on the base on the high throw. So he's up.
Yep.
Yeah, he got that foot down before. He was able to bring it down and get the out at first.
Tough to tell. Tough to tell on that one. Right now it's an error on Correa. Call on the field is safe at first.
This angle right here should be able to tell. It's been too tough to overturn.
No argument from the Astros. So it's an error on Correa, his 9th of the season. Freese has been on board 3 times now, and here's Carlos Perez, 0 for 2 with an RBI. Boy, Velasquez kind of reminds me of, body-wise, Dane De La Rosa. Big wide shoulders, coat hanger for shoulders.
Dane did a nice job for the Angels.
Yeah.
Hurting his arm.
Hit and run is on. This one fouled back.
A good pitch to hit that ball on the ground. He had a good swing and he tried to hit the ball on the ground but fouled it straight back.
Featherston on deck. 2-1 Halos here in the bottom of the 6th. Breaking pitch, line to left. Marisnik falls down and he makes the catch. Wow! Unbelievable! 1 down.
Well, we've seen him make play after play after play. That's one of the better plays you're going to see the entire season. Fall down and reach up on a line drive. React that quickly. See him coming in, slides, holds himself up with his right hand, and then leaps up and makes an outstanding play.
That ball's by him. What a play.
Talk about coverage in the outfield. Marisnik has almost every inch of the outfield covered.
That's one way to get on the highlight reels.
And he replaced his divot also.
Yeah, without the sand, though. So it's just a line out for Perez. Here's Featherston. Freeze at first, 1 out. I thought that ball was by him and going to the wall. Talented guy. Seen him play a lot of center field before all the kids got here. Originally a Blue Jays draft pick.
He's fearless in the outfield.
Yeah. Chopper to short. Correa to Altuve to Gonzalez. Inning-ending double play. 6 complete. We head to the 7th. The Angels up 2-1. Angels baseball is brought to you by Mercury Insurance. On a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you could save. And by Hyundai. Great deals on amazing cars are going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Top of the 7th inning. Halos up by the score of 2-1. Hector Santiago back out on the mound. Gaddis, Gonzalez, and Conger due up for the Astros. Angels have action in their bullpen. Hector 86 pitches, 56 for strikes. Gaddis swings first pitch, grounds one toward the hole. Ibar with the jump toward the first and gets Gaddis for out number 1.
Well, it's fun when you have two excellent athletic shortstops playing solid defense tonight. Even though Correa had an error last inning, the range of both these shortstops is outstanding. And then that outfield grass, knowing that Gaddis runs well, got rid of that baseball quickly. A long throw, accurate throw, stretch from C.J. Cron. Gets the first out.
Marvin Gonzalez stepping up. There's Carlos Correa. Hector retired. Altuve on one pitch to start the 6th. He gets one pitch here to start the 7th. Now Gonzalez up. Astros first baseman 0 for 2. He lined out to Freeze in the 2nd inning, popped out to Featherston in the 4th. Shallow center field. Mike Trout calling for it. 2 down. Hey fans, time is running out on exclusive Angels experiences here at the Big A. All Access Angels gives fans a chance to bid on great experiences like Steel Third and honorary back kid. Better hurry since there's only 7 games left at home. For more info and to bid on these experiences, visit angels.com/access. One more tomorrow here against Astros. And last homestand of the season has Seattle and Oakland in town for 3 each.
Oakland still leading Texas 5-1 in the 8th inning.
First pitch swinging. Hank Conger drives one out to center. Trout back at the wall. That is gone. Hank Conger ties this game up at 2. His 11th of the season. 2nd home run allowed by Santiago.
He's had 3 great at bats tonight against Hector.
So the 2-0 lead has dissipated into the night on 2 solo home runs. One in the 6th, one here in the 7th. This one with 2 outs.
Fastball pretty much down the heart of the plate, but down, and he goes the other way. 11th home run, 32nd RBI for Hank Conger.
– 11 home runs. That's his 4th from the right side. Barisnik in the hole at 0-1. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. The only 2 punch outs that Hector's had tonight. Riverside Poly product. 3rd round pick of the Blue Jays in 09.
Well, how big was that play he made last inning now?
Well, the bottom of the 5th, and of course now that play by Barisnik in the 6th. Fouled that one. Looked like he broke his bat again.
He's checking.
Well, it looked like some a little splinter came out on that swing as he made contact at the end of the bat, and that's what he's checking right now. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jammed him, fouled off. Count remains at 1-2.
High breaking ball out of the strike zone there. Got away with that one, Hector.
One, 2, way outside, off the glove.
trickles to the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
More than likely the last batter. Or Hector trying to finish off this inning. Keep it tied. Looking for some offensive support in the bottom of the 7th.
Resnick rolls it foul. Angels at the top of the order coming up. Will Harris getting ready for Houston. Trevor Gott up and loosening for the Angels. A 2-out home run by Hank Conger to tie this one up at 2. '99th pitch of the night for Santiago, and almost got him to chase. Full count.
Conger now 7 for 21 against his former team this season.
3-2. Got him swinging. Down goes Marisnick. That's the 3rd out of the inning. It's stretch time as Santiago gives up the home run to Conger. Top of the order coming up. It's a 2-2 game. Hector Santiago done after 7 innings, gives up the 2 home runs. It ties this game up at 2. The Angels will have to win this one against the Astros bullpen that's been good all season long. Will Harris takes over on the mound for the Astros here to start the bottom of the 7th. Harris 57 games now this year, 5-2 record, a 1.32 ERA, has 1 save under his belt. And, he's going to face Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols.
Outstanding numbers, 1.32 ERA for Harris this season. For the Astros, fastball, good moving fastball for him. Be around that 90 to 93 range. Sink action curveball and changeup.
Cole tonight 0 for 3. Harris, by the way, takes over for Velasquez with 1 inning. All zeros. First one upstairs. Harris in his first season with the Astros, coming over from the Diamondbacks. Breaking ball, this one's out to center. Gomez chasing it back toward the warning track, toward the wall. He will make the catch for the first down. Gave it a ride, but it stays in the yard and keeps this a 2-2 tie. Trout coming up.
And Gomez gets back to the wall. Didn't have to jump to get back there right in front of the wall to be able to catch it. He's looking to see if he can time his jump. Didn't need to jump on that one because he got back there in plenty of time to make the play, but well hit by Cole Calhoun.
Trout lines one at the alley in left center field. That's going to be 2 bases. At least it goes to the wall. Marisnick comes up with it, gets it back into the infield, and it's a 1-out double for Trout, his 26th of the season.
First pitch swinging. Got a fastball, 93, jumped on it. 26 double, now in scoring position for Albert Pujols. Got a fastball, was ready, and a perfect swing. Talk about short, compact. That's that Mike Trout perfect swing. Liner into the gap. Big double for Trout. And now 65 extra base hits.
It's a 300th extra base hit of Mike Trout's career. Albert at the plate. Albert takes downstairs. Trout with that 300th extra base hit becomes the 5th player all time to do it in the age 23 or younger season. As this is, he just turned 24 in August.
That was a perfect swing, and I liked he jumped on the first pitch.
Pujols ahead of the count of 1-0. Albert 2 for 3 tonight with a single and a double. He's also grounded out. Altuve trying to keep Trout close to the bag at second. Fastball is in there. Albert doesn't like the call, but it caught the zone. 1-1. Pujols 0 for 2 in his career against Harris.
Dan Gomez plays in extremely deep center field. Flare that one in front of him. Used the middle of the field for Albert Pujols. Won the game with a base hit up the middle against the Dodgers the other day on Wednesday.
Springer playing very shallow, and right now Albert takes another fastball and another strike. Those are strikes. Both of them have been. Albert doesn't like them, but they've caught the zone. 1-2. 1-out double for Trout. He represents the go-ahead run standing at second. Reaching for this one, flares one out to right. Deep enough for Trout to tag, but there are 2 outs with a man at third now. Albert chasing a pitch way off the plate, and it's the second out here in the 7th inning. Three infielders on the right side, and Murphy up now. Murphy 0 for 2 against Harris. He's 1 for 3 on the night with a base hit. 1 ball, no strikes.
Just a little bit off the outside corner at 94.
Murphy slices it foul. It's 1-1. Great pickup by the Houston Astros, as Harris was one of those guys that was available. He was on waivers. The Astros claimed him in the offseason.
good scouting, pick up an arm like that.
This one sliced to left. Marisnik racing in, and he will make yet another fantastic play. The Angels leave another man stranded in scoring position. 7 complete. We're still tied at 2.
Smith takes the mound for the 8th inning. I'm Alex Curry, and make sure you stick around after the game for Angels Live with Jose Mota and myself. Now, hopefully the Angels can add on a couple runs here and keep this winning streak alive. We will take a look at how they've been able to strike early both last night and tonight. David Freese continuing to swing the bat well, getting on base all 3 times. And although he hasn't done much here tonight, Cole Calhoun has been the story and the hero on this homestand and a new leader in this clubhouse. Socha said last night he's been the most consistent contributor all season. He's worked hard and earned that respect of a leader. And Cole said he's just been trying to lead by example. It's not like anyone came up to him and told him that he's a new leader, but he feels like he's grown into that role over the season. But as they all say, they just hope that everyone can pick it up down the stretch and lead by example. And who knows? There's still time for him to be the hero tonight, Victor.
There certainly is. Top of the 8th inning. It's a 2-2 game. Joe Smith takes over on the mound. He pitched last night through a total of 8 pitches. Had 1 strikeout. 64th game. 4-5 mark and a 3.81 ERA. He's going to be facing the top of the order. Springer, Altuve, and Correa. Same 3 guys that he faced last night. Remember, he started off that inning by hitting Springer. A sinking pitch that got him, but Altuve grounded into a double play, and Correa struck out. Check swing. Bouncer out in front of the plate. Perez fires the throw, and there's the first down.
It's a nice play, under control play for a youngster like Carlos Perez. Call for that baseball. Relaxed, and a perfect throw to the first base.
It'll bring up Altuve. 0 for 3 tonight, or pardon me, 1 for 3 tonight on 3 pitches. Got a base hit in the first, a fly ball to center in the third, a fly ball to right in the 6th. One ball, no strikes. Altuve hooks one into the left field corner. That'll go for extra bases. Murphy plays the carom cleanly. And Altuve picks up his 30th double of the season.
Fastball that is didn't sink down in the strike zone for Joe. And Altuve, quick with his hands, 30th double of the season, but you have to keep an eye on him. Bury that look back to second.
Altuve had been 1 for 13 in his career against Smith. So he's 2 for 14 now. There's Carlos Correa, walk, a ground out, and a home run off Hector Santiago. First pitch is...
That's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, got the bottom part of the zone. Smith doesn't get the call. Home run for Correa, his 18th of the year. 52nd run batted in. His 3rd against the Angels. Hector Santiago, 7 innings. 5 hits, 2 of which were home runs, 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. Good slider. Evens a count at 1-1.
Good conversation with the middle infielders now. That's all about varying that look. They must be reading something for Altuve, trying to time the delivery from Joe. Congress who tied the game up. His 11th home run of the season. Had 3 really good at-bats against Hector Santiago, who had excellent stuff tonight in 7 solid innings.
Slider in there for a strike, 1-2. Really, the conversation's got to be about getting Altuve flat-footed at second base. He likes to move and get a little running start.
Remember Bob Boone telling me once about Ricky Henderson. He's the all-time great as far as the stolen bases. If you can make him stop, he will not go.
Jammed him with that fastball. Still at 1-2. One out double for Altuve. He stands at second. Carlos Gomez on deck. Two balls, 2 strikes. Not a bad pitch. They're at the bottom of the 9th at Arlington, with Oakland leading Texas 5-1. Man on and 1 out. Here it's a 2-2 tie in the 8th. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Correa. 2 down.
Excellent action on that 2-seam fastball from Joe Smith. The pitch before was close and forced Carlos Correa to chase this one. Starts middle of the plate. Look how much running action. He tried to hold up on the swing, or at least foul that one off. Could not do so. Great arm angle. Great movement from Joe Smith.
Shows bunt, takes low. Slider, slow roller to short. Ibar's got to hurry. Gets rid of it quickly. There's the 3rd out. That 1-out double. Stranded in scoring position. We will head to the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 game.
an excellent fastball he threw to Carlos Correa to get that swing and miss finished off the inning. Even though Altuve had a double, threw just one hit allowed for Joe Smith. That's back-to-back solid games for Joe Smith.
Will Harris back out for his second inning of work, facing C.J. Cron, the first one outside. One-0 pitch. Cron takes a strike on a fastball. C.J. 1 for 2 with a single, a ground down, and a walk. Cron drives one out toward left center field. Gomez racing back. He's at the wall. Score! Big fly for C.J. Cron. 3-2 Angels.
I'll tell you what, the crowd is loving that swing from C.J. Cron. Did he ever square that one up? Mike Trout, Cole Calhoun, and the rest waiting for him to get back into that dugout with that power swing for Cron. Harris had given up 5 home runs this season. That little two-seam fastball, inner half. But Cron was ready, and he delivered a big fly at the center field into the camera well.
12th of the season, 40th run batted in. Ibar takes a strike. 3-2 Angels here in the 8th. Second hit of the night for Cron. 145th home run hit by the Angels this season. Ibar 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Bumps this one foul.
That balance in the order that Mike Scioscia has been looking for. You have Cron with a couple hits, Eric Ibar with a big double, David Freese with a couple hits.
Sixth home run allowed by Harris this season.
He's got great numbers, but it seems like when he makes a mistake, it'll be the long ball against him. Doesn't give up many runs.
1-2.
He's only given up 10 runs the entire season, but he has given up 6 home runs.
1-2 pitch. Ibar takes a called strike 3, 1 down.
Now here's the top tier play of the game, brought to you by Arco with that swing from C.J. Cron. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. You talk about bringing your hands in to get the barrel of the bat on the baseball to create that lift, and C.J. Cron did so with his 12th home run of the season.
Grays 2 for 3. Couple of singles reached on the air by Carrera in the 6th. No balls, 2 strikes. Houston Street getting ready for the 9th. The Astros of Lowry, Gaddis, and Gonzalez due up. Ground ball over to first. Gonzalez takes it himself. 2 down. As promised earlier in the game, we've selected the Data Strong fan photo of the game. Tweet us your strongest fan photo to hashtag West Data Strong Fan for a chance to be featured in an upcoming broadcast, and it's brought to you by T-Mobile. 2 outs, nobody on, and Carlos Perez coming up.
2 balls, no strikes. Carlos tonight 0 for 3. Did pick up an RBI, 17th of the season in the second inning.
The light wave go now.
The game in Texas, a final. Oakland wins it 5-3. Perez pops this one up, first base side. Headed behind the dugout. 2 balls and 1 strike. C.J. Cron with a leadoff home run to start the 8th. Lays off. Tough pitch to lay off it too. Halos with an opportunity to pick up a game in the West. A win tonight, they would be 3.5 back. And a wild card 2 back.
In ground Texas and Minnesota.
3-1 pitch. There's ball 4. So 2-out walk puts a man on for Featherston. Looks like he will bat. .26 pitches thrown by Harris. Just 5 times this year, Harris has worked a full 2 innings. Oliver Perez, Chad Qualls ready to go in the bullpen. Long conversation here. It's finally broken up. Mike Scioscia opting to go with the defense of Featherston. That's why he's not being pinch hit for here.
I think that's the wise decision. Your best defensive second baseman, keep in the game. You have the lead at this point.
Oh for 3 tonight. A strikeout, a fly ball to right, and a double play ball. First one upstairs. That's hit out toward left center field. Marisnick racing back there. Good speed. Got closing speed. Tracks it down at the warning track for the 3rd out. But C.J. Cron leads off the 8th with a home run out to left center field. His 12th of the season. We'll head to the 9th with the Angels leading it 3-2. C.J. Cron's 12th home run of the season off of Will Harris. gives Houston Street an opportunity to try to close out a third consecutive win by the margin of 3-2. They won Wednesday against the Dodgers, last night a 3-2, and Houston picked up his 34th save last night. This will be his 55th game of the season, 3-2 mark and a 2.59 ERA. He's scheduled to face Lowry, Gaddis, and Gonzalez. And right now, Gaddis is in the on-deck circle. They also have Preston Tucker, left-handed batter that they could use. Houston has a new first baseman, third baseman, and left fielder. Efren Navarro takes over at first for Crum. Caleb Coward at third base, and Colin Cowgill is the new left fielder. Astros tonight, 2 runs, 6 hits. They've committed 1 error and stranded 5. The Angels with 3 runs and 9 hits, no errors, and 9 men left on base as of right now. Houston trying to close this one out for Joe Smith. He's the pitcher of record for the Angels. Gave up that 1-out double to Altuve in the 8th inning, but nothing more. Struck out Correa. Got Gomez to ground out to finish off the 8th. Jed Lowry, switching third baseman, will lead things off. He's 0 for 3 tonight with 3 fly ball outs. This one pulled toward first and snagged by Efren Navarro. 1 down.
There's a reason why he's 3-time defensive first baseman of the year in the minor leagues with those quick hands, and Navarro needed those quick hands to make a play on this. Shot at him, 1 hopper. Excellent play by Efren.
One pitch, 1 out to start the 9th, and Gaddis, the DH, coming up. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Off the end of the bat, rolled foul. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Good slider.
Back-to-back solid sliders from Houston Street.
In the dirt. It's 1-2. On deck, Marwin Gonzalez. One, 2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Down goes Gaddis. 2 down.
3 out of those 4 pitches, perfect sliders from Houston Street. Starting away, great target set by Perez. Hits that target, didn't even move the glove. It's exactly where he wanted that pitch thrown, and gets it delivered, and a swing and miss.
So 2 outs, the base is clear for Marwin Gonzalez. The first baseman is 0 for 3. off speed. Caught the outside corner for a strike. Gonzalez did not face Street last night. Houston had a 1-2-3 ninth. He's looking for his 310th career save. Looking to tie Goose Gossage on the all-time list. The 1. Fouled back 0-2.
A pretty good rip at that fastball at 90.
One strike away from picking up their second consecutive win against the Astros and picking up yet another game in both the West and tonight in the wild card. Texas and Minnesota having lost tonight. It's the 0-2 downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Try to get him a change up in the dirt. Not a bad decision for Houston.
It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. The windup in the 1-2, down and away. Change up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Halos had a 2-0 lead in the second. Correa with a solo homer in the 6th made it 2-1 Angels. Conger with 2 outs. Homer in the 7th to tie things up, and then C.J. Cron with a leadoff home run in the 8th to give the Angels a 3-2 lead. Now the 2-2. This one lifted foul and out of play. Cowgill, a Coward giving it a look. Will Harris can only look on, giving up that home run to Cron in his second inning of relief. CJ is 12th. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Light that baby up as the Angels make it 2 in a row. 3-2 again, the final tonight.
Boy, another tight, close game, and pitched well once again and defended well. With a big swing from C.J. Cron. David Freese, a big game himself, or Ibar, with some solid defense and some great pitching once again. Hector Santiago, 7 great innings. Joe Smith picks up the W in a solid 8th, and then Houston Street picks up his 35th save of the season as Joe Smith improves to 5-5 on the season.
A big win for the Angels every game throughout the rest of this season. Now 21 left to go, if I'm not mistaken. All big games, and the Angels needed 2 victories tonight against 2 very tough pitchers in the first 2 games of the series. Keuchel last night, Lance McCullers tonight, and they took advantage of situations. They left some base runners, but it was C.J. Cron, the hero tonight, giving Joe Smith the victory. In Houston, now congratulations, he's tied for 22nd all-time on the all-time save list with the Hall of Famer Goose Gossage.
Yeah, and protecting another 1-run lead. Excellent pitching for Houston Street in back-to-back nights.
CJ is going to join us here in just a second for the post-game interview. He's putting the headset on, and it's been a good run for C.J. Cron of late in the second half. He's put up terrific numbers, and C.J., for you, it's got to be exciting. In a series like this, the Astros are in town, first-place club. You need to play good baseball. For you to come up in that situation to deliver has got to feel tremendously well for you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we need to win ball games, and it's a good time against a good opponent, and it was good to get the win.
Yeah, CJ, you brought your hands in very well on that fastball. It was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Brought your hands in and got the barrel out. How important was you to get that quick hands through on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball?
It's important. I mean, you got to keep your hand inside the ball, and it was a pitch middle in, and I put a good swing on it, thankfully.
Well, big boy, keep swinging it because you're doing a terrific job in the second half. Nice job tonight with the game-winning home run.
All right, thank you.
You got it. C.J. Cron homering tonight, giving the Angels a 3-2 victory. Stick around. Angels Live postgame is coming up next.